Hey folks, Joshua here. Welcome back to Dawnsbury Days. So we are going to resume our playthrough of the quest for the Golden Candelabra. We're currently in our long rest, and we know that there's a skeletal champion coming up. So in terms of our preparations, skeletons are interesting in that they have a lot of resistances. They're resistant to piercing and slashing. They're resistant to fire and cold and electricity. So we're going to want to change up our loadout here. Let's go ahead to the adventure path. Let's do our morning preparations for Scarlet. I guess we get to keep these items from last time. The dagger's not going to be that useful against the skeleton. Holy water and acid are going to be helpful. I'm not actually sure. I don't think we can administer healing potions. Let's take a look at what we have here. So we got the acid flasks are going to be useful. Alchemist fire and bottled lightning, not so much. Undead are also, I think, can be mindless, so I'm not sure if the dread ampule would do anything. Frost vial, not so much. Ghost charge only works against the undead. This does positive damage, so the ghost charge will be useful. Let's see. Use your reagent batches to make items that improved efficiency. Here, one batch makes 2 items or 3 signature items. Not sure what my signature item is. The drag and drop an alchemical item from the inventory, from the selection into inventory to convert reagent batches into infused items. We want to keep a few reagent batches left. Let's reset everything. I'm not sure why we only have 4, but there we go. Oh, because I had given some to other people. Okay. So acid's probably useful. Let's get a couple acid flasks. Let's grab some of these ghost charges. Now, one batch makes 2 items. 0.5. Yeah, okay. So I think 2 of these acid flasks and 2 of these ghost charges is a good call. What do we have here? The mud bomb. This does bludgeoning damage, which is also good. Let's grab 2 of these. We can distribute these to the party as necessary. We've got 2 batches left. Necrotic bomb's not going to be helpful. Deafened, I don't know how useful that is. In terms of elixirs, I don't know if we need saves against poison. But if we do, some of these elixirs of life could be useful. 2 temporary hit points, and again at the start of each of your turns for the rest of the encounter. That's not bad, a minor numbing tonic. That's a useful buff for our front line. So one of these for our ranger could be good. We've also got poisons. I'm pretty sure those aren't going to work on the dead as well. Quicksilver. +1 item bonus to athletics, stealth, thievery, dexterity-based attack rolls, and you gain a +5 foot item bonus to speed. The drawback is your maximum HP is reduced by twice your level, and you take a penalty to fortitude saves. So max HP reduced by 2 at level 1. I think this could be good for Scarlet. The bonus to dex-based attack rolls for throwing bombs could be good. I think we'll actually have that in hand. Juggernaut could be good for our front line. Resistance to fire, electricity, cold, and acid with a melee weapon. Drakeheart, +4 item bonus to AC, +1 item bonus perception. Also, you can take an action to stride twice. When you do, the Drakeheart mutagen's duration ends. Drawback, penalty to will saves and reflex saves. Dex cap of 2. A plus for the Drakeheart, this could be good for our frontliner as well as the Juggernaut. We don't need the Bestial this time. +4 to AC is very good. I think we might try the Drakeheart mutagen here for our Ranger. Leaves us with a little bit of quick alchemy left for things like elixirs. I think let's stick with this loadout here. Morning preparations here. I think Custodian of Groves and Gardens is still good. Tanglevine and Protector Tree are fantastic, and the Garden of Healing is great. What else do we have here? Open Door and Command, and Store Time I'm not familiar with. What does this do? When you cast this spell, the first time you sustain it each round, you gain a bonus reaction you can use for any animist or apparition reaction you have. All right, that's... I don't know about that. Projectile does bludgeoning damage, right? I think that's good. Ill Omen. A will save. First time the target makes an attack roll or skill check, it must roll twice and take the worst result. It's not bad. Will save. Each creature that starts their turn within the area of the spell must succeed at a will save or roll twice. This is... okay, so a lot of disadvantage stuff here. This is pretty interesting. But I'm probably going to want Custodian of Groves and Gardens attuned as my primary for Garden of Healing. I don't know, maybe. What's this? Lurker in the Devouring Dark. Caustic Blast. Acid damage, very good cantrip. Grim Tendrils. We don't want negative damage. The acid is nice. It's Monarch of Fey Courts here. Nymph's Grace. They start their turn within the aura. They must succeed at a will saving throw or become confused for 1 round. This could be good. We have some invisibility potions, so throwing out this... It's a 10-foot emanation, and it's an enemy. We could throw this on, take an invisibility potion, and just roam around the battlefield here on Safi. That's kind of interesting. Trickster's Mirrors is defensive for like a melee. Gouging Claw, Darkest Forest. Transform into an insect. Earth's Bile. Bludgeoning and Fire is not great. Less recover against ranged attacks. More speed. Difficult terrain. Ray of Frost. I'm not so sure about that. Embodiment of Battle. Martial Weapons and Attack of Opportunity. That's not terrible. This one's interesting. So turn yourself into a melee. I think I like Nymph's Grace. I think I might try this as my primary, which means my secondary would be what? It would be about the cantrip and the first level. So Tanglevine, Protector Tree. Command's not terrible. I like Telekinetic Projectile, but... Yeah, the cantrips here are decent. What is Dizzying Colors? Will save, 15-foot cone will save. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this loadout. We'll try throwing on Nymph's Grace and then maybe going invisible and wandering around to confuse our enemies. That could be good. So let's go to the party loadout here. Okay, now... The Rancour depends on what minions this Skeletal Champion has, but the Rancour doesn't seem great. I think we're going to want to use her athletics here, which means we might want... We might want to change this Dracard mutagen for the Bestial. Although then she can't do any attacks on it. Now let's give her this. I think we'll also give her Safi's Sling. That has some bludgeoning damage on it. He's going to be invisible wandering around. Let's give him the Potion of Invisibility. What about Tokdar here? We've got Scrolls as well. Now, can you use... Tokdar and Safi can both use this. A positive energy could be really good. A potion of invisibility could be good for you as well. Well, not really. I don't know about this. Maybe we'll throw it on you for now. Give you the potion of healing. What do we want in hand for you? This makes them enfeebled. This makes them dazzled. Have you holding that? Okay, I think this is about as good as we're going to get here. The sling is really only for the opener if she can't get in range. Ideally, we want her grappling, I think. So she'll take this, stride, and grapple if she can. If not, take this, stride, and sling. And I think we're set up about as good as we can be, given our party and our loadout. So I'm going to go ahead and start this this fourth encounter here, the Skeletal Champion. If we beat that, there's one more after it, and then level up in downtime. So we'll see how this goes. The dark skeleton that the orc spoke of is here. This may be your hardest fight yet.
I have a bad feeling about this place.
Let's move carefully. Safi, what are these rooms to the left?
Chambers for sanctified fonts. They used to radiate positive energy. But now that the temple is crumbling, all the fonts are broken down.
There's a corpse by one of the fonts. Seems to have died to a slashing weapon.
Let's be careful.
A walking skeleton! An undead abomination ahead of us!
You've come to take the golden candelabra. The shaman has commanded that none may pass to take it.
The shaman? You mean it was an orc spellcaster who reanimated you?
Yes. He commanded that I kill anyone who tries to pass to the inner sanctum. I will execute his command now.
So orcs consort with the undead now. I only pity that I didn't leave the tribe earlier. Come, abomination! I will lay you to rest!
Yes, I will come. But first, rise and serve. Bodies of the dead.
Curses! Zombies behind us. We're surrounded.
On your guard, everyone, and remain in formation.
Okay, how did we do on initiative? All right, so Anacostus first. Let's take a look at the Skeletal Champion. So, Evil Undead wears metal armor. He's got acrobatics and athletics for escaping grapples. Okay. 19 AC, 7 fort, 6 will, 10 reflexes, 25 hit points. Immune to negative, bleed, poison, death effects, disease, paralyzed, and unconscious. Got resistances to cold, electricity, fire, piercing, and slashing as expected. Looks like he's got a long sword, a wooden shield, and he's got attack of opportunity. Okay. She can go. After that, the Skeletal Champion goes. So, let's see. And these things, this is an obstacle, blocks line of effect and movement. So the Skeletal Champion will get to go before Scarlet. And then we've got a Shambler behind us, then Safi, then this guy, and then Tokdar. All right. So how do we open up here? I'd like to take the Drakeheart mutagen. After that, we're not going to be able to get in range to grapple. We can go front and center here. They'll be able to move past us. So we could strike with the sling. Let's take a look at our options here. 25% chance to hit. We could hunt prey. So what's he going to do? What's he got? He's got 25 feet of movement. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He can get to here. So he probably has to stride twice and then strikes unless we move forward to engage him. I think we set up for the second round is our best play. for her to grapple him. So for now, we'll drink the Drakeheart mutagen to get our AC up. Now, I could stride forward so that he's more likely to hit me with my high AC and burn 2 attacks. What else does he have? He doesn't have any spells, so yeah. He could try to demoralize, I guess. He does have a +7 to intimidation, so that could make her frightened. But if we step forward, he's more likely to attack us after drinking this mutagen and getting our AC to 20. And then take a multiple attack penalty. Yeah, okay, I think I want him to attack us. So I'm gonna drink the potion. If I stride, what's the range on the sling? 50 feet? Yeah. If I stride here to become the front line, he's more likely to attack me, which is better for my remaining members. We can hunt prey next time. Let's move here, and then let's... Do I want to hunt prey or... I mean, my chance to hit with the sling is 30%. That's not great. I might be better served using this action here to hunt prey. Now, it says he's mindless, right? Is he mindless? No, these guys are mindless. Okay, the skeletal champion's not right because he talked to us. So demoralize won't work on these guys, but it could work on him. But this isn't the right... This is not the right percentage chance to hit. I think we hunt prey now. Okay, so now we're gonna see what he does on his turn. I think his play is to stride forward his full movement and then either demoralize and strike or strike twice. Our AC should be... And why is my AC only 18? It says you gain a +4 item bonus to AC. Oh, you can only get an item bonus from one thing, right? I must have been getting an item bonus from something else. Okay, let's see what he does. All right, he did a strike that hit for 11, and then he raised his shield, pushing his AC to 21. Not great. Okay. She got pretty hurt by that. So I've got... It's Scarlet's turn now. We do have attacks of opportunity if we try to flank him. Okay. Now, what is the deal with this? Store the wielded item. Huh. Not sure why I can't throw this. Let's take the Quicksilver mutagen. That was our plan anyway. Let's drink this. Now, why can't I throw this ghost... Oh, it's a strike? Ah, no, okay. This works. So the question is... And not a great chance to hit here with his 21 AC. I'm not sure what we're going to do about this guy. 21 AC, my plans don't seem that great. I should try the demoralize, I guess. I don't have a better use for my third action other than to stride away. Although he might be... I don't know, he might... Do I want to stride somewhere after I strike? We've got these guys to worry about, but they're not too bad. Pretty low chance to hit here. Should I... I'm not sure if I want to try for the demoralize. Safi's going to get to go next. And our plan with him was to confuse this guy. And, like, to use that ability and then go invisible. He needs to be within 10 feet. So he needs to move into this space or this space. Or swap with Tokdar. He can move there. He'll be invisible. Flat checks to hit. Kind of rough. All right, let's try for the demoralize. It's a low chance, but we'll give it a shot. Succeeded. I love that. We'll go for the ghost charge. And we hit for 8. Fantastic. Okay. It's a success. He's enfeebled. Very nice. That was a very successful turn for us, for Scarlet. Okay, this Shambler's going to stride twice. All right, we know what you're doing. You are going to use your apparition spell, Nymph's Grace. 10-foot emanation. First time an enemy enters the aura, or if they start their turn within it, they must succeed at a will saving throw or become confused for 1 round. Let's pop that. Then I want to take the potion of invisibility. Everyone still knows where you are, but everyone is flat-footed to you, and everyone has an extra 50% chance to miss when they attempt to target you. If you use a hostile action, you become visible after that hostile action completes. Great. Let's drink this, and let's move here. Okay, great. This guy comes in. That's his turn. So now we've got Tokdar on deck. Okay. So Tokdar has the Scroll of Heal. He's got his spells. Let's see. This guy currently is frightened. We don't have a good way to make him off guard. We could heal to damage all of these guys. In fact, that's probably 30 feet. Deals... Yeah, everyone within 30 feet. We heal our ally. We harm the undead. That's probably good. 1d8 plus 8 to Anacostia. That seems like a really good opener. What else does he have that he can do? Let's just review before I make a choice here. Breathe fire. I've got a problem with these guys in the way, and these guys are resistant to fire anyway, or at least the skeleton is. And these are 2 action spells. Guidance. I could throw a guidance on somebody after the heal. What else could I do? Elemental toss. This does fire damage. So I could either put guidance on Anacostia to give her a +1 bonus to the grapple check I'm going to have her do. Or I could elemental toss like this zombie. I think that the Scroll of Heal is the play here for 2 actions. Oh, that's going to hit him too. Fantastic. Choose target for heal or right-click to cancel. Hold on, did I not? Oh, it's all 3 for the emanation. Okay, yeah, the emanation is what we want here. That's going to do, hopefully, a lot of damage to the enemies, and it's going to heal Anacostia, so let's take that. 10 damage to the zombie, only 1 to our mage. This guy got straight up destroyed. And Anacostia only healed for 3. Not bad. He failed. I guess it rolls individually for each character. All right, it is what it is. So that's Tokdar's turn. What was that? What did he do? Hold on, I missed that. So he saved against Nymph's Grace. Zombie Shambler C uses stride. Zombie Shambler C's movement was disrupted because it bumped into an undetected creature. Okay, 2 strides there. All right, so we know what we want to do. We want to try to grapple this guy, I think. Let's take a look. 55% chance to grapple. He's frightened. Let's see. Do I want to feint first? That would make him off guard to me and doesn't give me a multiple attack penalty. I think this is worth the try here. Let's try to feint. It's a failure. So he's now immune, or I can try again. I think it's worth it to try again to try and get the bonus on the grapple here. Ideally, we want to restrain him with a critical success. And I don't have anything better to do, so I'm going to try that again. Now he's flat-footed. Okay, so now our grapple check. Oh, I guess this doesn't affect that. All right, let's go for the grapple. It's a miss. That's unfortunate. He failed against Nymph's Grace. Fantastic. Let me see exactly what happened. He fails against Nymph's Grace. He crit hit the Shambler. Then he missed Anacosta twice. That's fantastic. That Nymph's Grace came in really handy here. Okay. He is... At the end of his turn, he's no longer frightened. So we've got Scarlet here. What do we want to do? We could Ghost Charge. We could probably administer the healing potion to Anacosta. What's she at? 13 of 21? All right, Ghost Charge, 1d8 positive. If you hit, they're enfeebled. Do we want Dazzled here? Only on a critical hit. 26 bludgeoning, splash 1 bludgeoning. Let's take the other Ghost Charge out here. I guess, yeah, there's not much. He's immune to our Demoralize because we already succeeded. So we got a 50% chance on him, 75 here, and he would take the 1 point of splash damage. I feel like getting rid of this guy is the better play right now. I'm gonna throw this on him. Okay. He got killed. He took 1 point. Did he? Yeah, he was at 16. Okay, I've got 2 actions left. I think we Quick Alchemy here to get... We don't need poison and disease resistance, but that's my heal, right? I think we craft a minor elixir of life and then we administer it to Anacosta. Only +1? Man, that sucks. All right, Safi's up. He's invisible. So he does have, like, he could make a strike here, I guess. 50% chance to hit. Telekinetic projectile. Daze. Divine Lance. Very low chance for any of this stuff. I mean, I think we got to come out of invisibility here and start doing damage to this guy. Tanglevine. We don't need to do anything with his speed, really. Command. Interestingly, can I not command this guy? Fall prone. What's my chance here? 50%? That seems pretty solid. Most of what we had was a coin flip. Getting this guy to drop prone after his turn seems pretty solid. Let's see if we can get him to do that. Commanded 1. Okay, so on his turn, he will drop prone. That's fantastic. I have 1 action left. So that burns an action on his turn, maybe 2 if he chooses to stand up. I'd love it if he was prone now so that we could attack him, but I forgot how it worked. Yeah. It can't take reactions until then. So I could move now away from this space. We want to stay within 10 feet of him to get that. Yeah. I could use my Scroll of Heal on this guy. Let's do that. He saved, took 2. All right. I'm not worried about the Shambler. We gotta get this guy, this skeletal champion down. What do I have? Fear, a will save is pretty good. Fire's useless. Poison's not going to do much. Bludgeoning damage. Basic reflex save. This guy has pretty high reflex, right? Still, there's some damage there. That's piercing. That's fire. I could go for fear or I could go for scatter scree here. I think Even taking like 1 or 2 points of bludgeoning damage here would be great. That's a cantrip. Let me try to demoralize him here. We failed on that, so now we'll cast Scattering Scree on this guy. Choose target. How does this work? It's an area spell. Creates difficult terrain. Critical failure. Love that. He rolled a natural 1, took 10 points of damage. Very nice play from Tokdar. Okay, we got hit by the Shambler. That's fine. This guy's got 3 hit points. So... Huh. Low chances for pretty much anything. Is this non-lethal? I can't remember. Grapple, trip, shove, disarm, reposition, demoralize, feint. Let's go for the feint again. Critical success. All right, so he is flat-footed. So now I guess I strike. Unarmed strike here. I could. Yeah, I don't have much else to do. Let me try the fist strike here. And that didn't do it. There we go. We got him. Nice. With map, too. Okay, the champion's down. Just one Shambler left. What do you have? Let's get you... What does this guy have? Immune to mental, negative, bleed, poison, death. Weakness to positive and slashing. Okay. Is this a dagger situation? Got 12 AC. Maybe it's a dagger situation. Yeah, 80% chance to strike. That's a crit. Let's go for map. It's a miss. Okay. What are you gonna do? Probably just some cantrips here. Projectile. Tangle. Yeah, projectile, I think.
These were
There we go.
undead, Anna. We won our first fight against supernatural creatures.
Yes, child. The Oracle has smiled upon us today. And it felt invigorating to finally put all that training into good use against these undead abominations.
There's a hidden compartment in this pillar. I think that's a +1 weapon.
Then let's take it and then take some rest. And then we will go down into the sanctum.
Fantastic. Okay. I thought that went very well. The big win was the critical failure on the scree. What was it called? Scatter scree. Tokdar's cast there was amazing. Taking out an additional 10 points on that champion was huge. Great news. We have some one-handed +1 weapons to use in the next encounter, particularly for our girl Anacosta. I think that's going to be very helpful. Picked up a Scroll of Bless and Bane. Both of those seem great. And we're going to have to reconfigure our whole loadout because with the skeleton down, I think we're facing off against like an orc mage. So we've got a different battle ahead of us. But that's another success. Nobody dying. Not too much. We've got resources left in the form of like +1 level 1 spells for the next fight. I'm pretty happy with how that went. So we take a short rest. And then we have the finale of this quest against, I believe, what's going to be an orc mage. Then we have level up in downtime. And then after that, we're level 2, and there's a whole new quest to try out. So playing around with the level 2 characters will be interesting because they become much sturdier and have more tools and options at their disposal. But that's going to be it for this time. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying this playthrough of Dawnsbury Days. My suboptimal party, only playing on medium difficulty, seems to be doing well. Feel like I'm getting a good feel for the system, and at least for these characters, these classes and builds. I'm having a great time. Hope you are too. We'll see you next time. Bye.